Home? You don't live around here. Get off that bike now.
I didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything? You think you could just cruise through this neighborhood like you own it?
I hate.
Hands behind your back. Don't move.
Down the street, a young boy pedals his bicycle. 15-year-old Jayden Carter rides easily, a worn backpack slung across his shoulder, and old headphones covering his ears. He's smiling to himself as he rides, taking in the freedom of the morning, the wind brushing his face, the rhythm of his pedaling, the feeling of being alive. He's just a boy in his own neighborhood, but to someone watching, that's apparently a problem. Before we dive in, tell us, where are you watching from? Drop your country or state in the comments below. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because what's coming next is absolutely unbelievable, and you won't want to miss stories like this. A white police SUV sits parked at a corner, engine idling. Inside, a middle-aged officer watches Jayden pass by. His eyes narrow. He mutters something under his breath, shifts the gear, and pulls out, following the boy at a slow pace. Jayden stops at an intersection, waiting for the light. The SUV rolls up behind him. He doesn't even notice it until a sharp voice cuts through the music in his ears. "Hey, you, stop right there." Jayden turns, startled. "Huh? Get off the bike." He hesitates, confused. "What's wrong, sir?" "I said get off the bike." He steps off the bike, standing beside his bike, his hands visible. "I live around here, sir. I was just—" "You live around here? You sure about that? This neighborhood doesn't usually have people like you biking around without cause." Jayden freezes. "People like me? You mean—" "You know exactly what I mean." His voice is low, harsh. Jayden's throat tightens. He pulls out his wallet, hands trembling, and holds out his school ID. "This isn't a state ID. You trying to fake me out?" "No, sir. It's my school card. I'm 15. 15, huh? You're a little big for 15. You're sure you're not lying?" "I swear I'm not lying. I go to Eastview High. My mom's house is right down there." "Don't point. Keep your hands where I can see them." Okay. Now tell me why you're really here." "I just told you. I'm visiting my friend Darius." "What's his last name?" "Thompson." "You rehearsed that? You think I'm stupid?" Tears well in Jayden's eyes. "Why are you doing this? I didn't do anything wrong." "You're acting suspicious, that's why. You matched a description." "Description of what?" "A robbery suspect. Black male, dark hoodie, riding a bike." Jayden looks down at his sweatshirt, navy blue with his school logo. "This is my school hoodie." "Could be a disguise." The absurdity hits him like a wave, but the officer's face is cold, certain. He radios in something about a possible suspect, his tone performative. "Yeah, I got one detained. Possible suspect, male black, around 16, acting evasive." "I wasn't acting evasive." "Quiet." He grabs Jayden's arm and twists it behind his back. "Hey, what are you doing?" "Stop resisting." "I'm not resisting." A door opens nearby. A woman's voice shouts, "Hey, that's my neighbor's son. Leave that boy alone." "Ma'am, step back before I detain you too." "He didn't do nothing." "I said back off." Jayden's knees hit the pavement. His bike clatters beside him. His breath comes fast, choked with fear. Please, I didn't do anything." "You people never do anything, huh?" The woman gasps and starts recording. Her camera catches Jayden's face, his cheeks wet with tears, his eyes wide and afraid. Another patrol car pulls up. 2 more officers step out, one white, one black. "What's going on?" the black officer asks. "Caught him snooping around. Says he lives here but couldn't prove it." "He's a kid, man. A kid who fits a robbery suspect's description." The black officer kneels beside Jayden. "What's your name, son?" "Jayden Carter. I live on Maple Drive. You got a parent I can call? My mom. She's at work. The officer glances at the other, uneasy. We can run his address. Already did. Doesn't match. What address did you use? Didn't have to. He's lying. The second officer frowns, walks to the cruiser and checks the database. Moments later, he turns, his voice sharp. He's telling the truth. His address does check out. He lives 2 streets over. The first officer stiffens. Database must be wrong. No, it's not. You need to take these cuffs off him. You telling me how to do my job? I'm telling you this kid doesn't deserve to be treated like a criminal. Jayden sobs quiet, but his body trembles. Can I just go home, please? The officer who cuffed him hesitates, his pride heavy in his chest. Then he grabs Jayden by the arm, pulling him to his feet. You better watch your attitude, boy. You're lucky this turned out the way it did. Lucky? You traumatized him for no reason, the other officer snaps. Yeah? Well, next time maybe he won't ride like he owns the place. Jayden doesn't reply. He just picks up his bent bike, wipes his tears, and pedals away slowly. His hands shake. His knees are scraped. His spirit feels smaller. That night, the video the woman recorded hits social media. It's short, barely a minute, but the image is unforgettable. A boy on the ground, a cop shouting, "You people never do anything." Within hours, it's everywhere. Comment sections flood with anger. This is America in 2025. That could have been my son. He was just riding his bike. News stations pick it up. The police department issues a short statement about an ongoing investigation. The officer is placed on leave, paid leave. Jayden's mother, Denise Carter, stands outside their house, surrounded by cameras. Her voice trembles. My son came home crying. All he did was ride his bike. How do I explain to him that being black in his own neighborhood is enough to get him handcuffed? The video continues spreading. Protesters gather outside the precinct. Hand-painted signs fill the air. Riding while black isn't a crime. Justice for Jayden. End police racism now. Weeks pass. Jayden's bike sits in the garage, dusty and bent. He doesn't ride anymore. He stays inside. His laughter is gone. His mother watches him from the kitchen window, her heart breaking. You used to love riding, she says softly one night. Not anymore. You can't let that man take your joy. He didn't just take my joy, Mom, Jayden whispers. He made me scared to exist. His words hang heavy. His mother hugs him tight, but even she knows the wound runs deeper than comfort can reach. Months later, there's a public hearing. The city council chambers are packed. Officer Pierce sits at a long table, his lawyer beside him. Jayden and his mother sit across the room, quiet but resolute. A councilwoman leans forward. Officer, is it true you detained a minor without probable cause? He matched a description. Did you confirm that description with dispatch? I acted on instinct. And that instinct led you to handcuff a child for simply existing while black. He doesn't answer. His jaw flexes, eyes cold. Denise's voice cracks as she speaks. All we want is accountability. The council deliberates. The final verdict: suspension without pay for 6 months. No criminal charges. The protests return that evening, louder than before. But the system stays silent. Jayden sits on his porch as the sun sets. Kids ride their bikes down the same street, their laughter echoing. He watches, remembering the day he lost that innocence. He stands, walks into the garage, looks at his bike. The paint is scratched, the frame slightly bent, but it still works. Slowly, he wipes it down, straightens the chain, and rides. At first, he's nervous, glancing around at every passing car. But as the wind brushes his face again, he feels a flicker of the old freedom. He pedals past the corner where it happened, the memory sharp and heavy, but he keeps going. He rides through his neighborhood, refusing to let fear own him. For a moment, it feels like he's taking something back. And as he disappears down the street, the camera lingers on the empty road, on the echoes of that day, on the truth that still burns in every heart that watched the video. They said he matched a description, but what description was that? A hoodie? A bike? A smile? How many more kids have to carry the weight of being suspicious just for being themselves? Jayden's story isn't rare. It's repeated in every city, in every neighborhood where fear wears a badge and prejudice hides behind the word procedure. He was just riding his bike, but to someone else, that was enough to make him guilty. This is America's reflection, not from a courtroom or a speech, but from the cracked pavement where a boy once cried, asking a simple question no one should ever have to ask. Why am I being arrested for being me?